All right, this is kind of insane. This is what everyone has been so upset about over the weekend. The Bored Ape Otherside deed land sale sells out, and it burns. That word is misleading, but over $100 million in Ethereum gas fees.
150. I know it says 100 and over 100, but it's 150.
You know what? It actually might not be
discrepancy.
misleading. So it says that 150 million in the article. It says 150 million fees were used in the transactions for buying these, but with the Ethereum updates and stuff, a lot of that is burned. So some of it is sent to the miners as like payment fees, and then some of it is burned. I don't know what percentage is, but it may have burned a good portion of it.
Just
in the transaction
disappears.
Yeah, and it makes ETH a little bit deflationary because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because originally it was inflationary, and now they put in that mechanism as the ERC 1155, I think, but it made it a little bit more, or 1555, something like that.
So
made it more deflationary.
I want to talk about what we were talking about, that why everybody's pissed off. And the interesting thing is, this is Bored Ape, guys. This is Yuga Labs. They should know what they're doing in the space.
Well,
is that what people are pissed off about?
Billions of dollars. I mean, they've got the ability to pretty much do anything. You know, they piss excellence in the morning, so they can they just make money hand over fist. But yeah, they've absolutely got the team and the money to back up being able to facilitate
yet they used
a good launch.
Why would they use the old contract and not the A version of the 720?
So maybe they didn't know about it, or maybe it was already baked in. And
how could they not know about it? This is what we just said. We just said, dude, you got billions of dollars. You should have a developer that knows, hey, let's use the A contract that doesn't F everybody with the gas
fees. ERC 721A contract, it's condensed codes, and so it's more efficient. It's condensed solidity code, so it's more efficient. And they could have saved millions of dollars in gas fees by using that, but they did not.
Why?
So the problem is, for the noobs out there, right, is that 2 people or 10 people are trying to buy an NFT at the same time, and it's going to go to whoever comes first, but the transaction of gas fees is going to happen before the transaction of the NFT in some cases.
And whoever's paying the highest transaction gets theirs to go through fastest, and so it kind of becomes a bidding war with whose fees go up the fastest to get their transaction to go through faster.
And the person that doesn't get it just loses those gas fees.
Yeah, if their transaction
they've just lost that 1.5 ETH.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah, so I seen on Twitter that people paid 1.5 Ethereum in gas fees, which is a crap load, like $5,000 almost. And so I don't know if people had their transactions failed, but
it does say that in the article it is saying that Yuga Labs will reimburse folks who's had failed gas fees. Where does it say that? Do you have
calculated that they made $577 million?
That's
so
$500 million.
$500 million on it.
It's the least that they could do, I guess. In this I mean, a big part of this is
at least refund somebody,
keeping people happy with Yuga Labs. To be fair, they could have been Scrooge McDucking it, and they're swimming in their pool of money.
Say F
their gold
you.
coins.
And they couldn't. They just didn't know what was
Ethereum
happening.
coins.
But I think that I mean, if they want to keep things running smoothly, they got to try and make people happy.
Yeah, and there's a lot of NFT projects that'll do that. They're like, oh, we'll refund you because we did something wrong, and they try to help refund people and pay out some money. They had, I believe it was 100,000 land deeds, and so, or close to it, and so that's a lot of people to potentially pay back. How could you find out who actually?
Yeah, I don't know how they would possibly do that. It does say it in here though that
I guess if they verify the failed transaction on the blockchain, but so that's just a lot of transactions to go through and to legitimize. I mean, that's a big ticketing process, I would say. If their Discord is just full of tickets, like their view channel is just massive with tickets, I'm sure. Mods are playing all night trying to figure out these tickets, get the money back. You know, a lot of people.
Insane.
I love this.
Yeah, they did put out a thread on Twitter, and they said, we wanted to say a few words about the mint tonight. We know that the outer deed mint was unprecedented.
Other deed.
Sorry, it's really hard to read.
Other deed mint was unprecedented in its size as a high demand NFT collection. and that would bring with it unique challenges. Yuga Labs tweeted. Yuga Labs said this was the biggest NFT mint in history, and the gas used during the mint showed demand still exceeded anyone's wildest expectations. And people were pissed about this. They were pissed about this tweet because they're like, hey, you guys aren't saying how much you screwed everybody.
And that even
They made
that,
history. They were happy about it.
And why wouldn't you be? It's funny how people get pissed off about stuff.
Well,
man.
because of that land deed sale, they had OpenSea had double the highest volume day that it's ever had
in history.
Just crazy volume.
Yeah,
And
it's
people
wild.
are mad that they didn't realize it would be like that or whatever.
Yeah.
Please don't do anything successful, you idiots.
Well, I
I
mean,
just-
they had to pay a lot in fees, so I could understand their anger. But it's like you're using this network. Most of them have bought in NFTs. They know how this is going to be. So normally you have a 10,000 collection. This one was 100,000, so 10 times that. And a lot of people have lost a lot of money on 10,000 collection mints. So
And
this is 10 times that loss of money.
Anybody that's purchased an NFT, a hot one that people are excited about, has lost some gas fees.
Yeah.
I've sat there and clicking. Hopefully, I don't have an automated thing like a lot of those guys do or whatever.
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh crap, there's another one that failed. Crap, there's another.
Yeah,
one.
it happens.
I mean, it racks up. I mean, that's a part of how the machine is working right now. Until they figure out a better option, that's what we got.
Wow.
So complaining to
Yeah.
them, well, other than the fact that they used the wrong or the weird
I
contract,
think they
it's
should have
kinda
used
strange.
That's
a
it.
contract.
Well, and people weren't happy with the original, that first statement that didn't go far enough. And so I think Yuga Labs is trying to make up for that. This is the next statement. They said, needless to say, tonight didn't go how anyone wanted it to. I want to say sorry to the
Really?
apes."
Wait just a second. You got to stop. It didn't go how you want. I kind of think it went how they want. Come on.
Oh yeah, we got a
That
lot
went $500
of
million.
money.
That
$500
kind
million
of went.
how they wanted it.
Sorry, I had to interrupt because it
Yeah.
kind of went how they wanted
Oh
it
yeah.
to.
I mean, again, if those funds, if there's 100 million that were burned, so no, that doesn't go to anybody.
Yeah, that's just the gas fees. That's $100 million
Yeah.
worth of gas fees.
So if you're mining, I guess, then that was a great night.
yeah,
If those fees are going to you.
that's what everyone said. Congratulations to all the miners. that
Yeah.
night.
Is that what they were saying? Is that what people are saying
yeah.
out there?
I don't know how much they actually,
Successfully.
if it was a good night for them or not, but
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to see. I
The
honestly,
floor price
sorry.
was 7.85 at the time of writing.
yeah, I believe it's
Interesting.
5 something right now.
Oh,
Or
so it
might even
mellowed
gone
out a little?
down to like 3, but yeah, it definitely mellowed down a bit. Which there's the supply is so big. Like that's the biggest collection,
100,000.
and the fact
It's-
that each one is over even Ethereum is crazy.
Yeah, that is not. I mean, it is definitely newsworthy to be talking about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody was blowing up
Even
Twitter
though
on it.
everybody's pissed off about a lot of stuff, but everybody is. You can't make everybody, especially when you're doing something on this kind of level. You're never ever gonna have it, like Lincoln used to say, right? You can make some of the people happy some of the time. You can make all the people happy some of the time, but you can't make all the people happy all the time.
Yeah.
So why try?
Well, I
Try your best.
I see this problem being fixable down the road. It seems like such a goofy little thing that can happen that there's got to be a solution for it. I don't know how long it's going to take. It could take a long time, but
Well, is there
Feels
words
bad.
on the new Ethereum?
Ethereum 2.0?
Yeah, it's when I mean they
No
keep
man
talking
knoweth.
about it, but yeah, it's like it would be cool if we wake up one day and oh yeah, we're doing it now.
Yeah.
But
be something.
anyway, interesting. Well,
Yeah.
what do you guys think?
Yeah, let us know what you think in the comments below. We appreciate you for watching this far into the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll love you all, and we'll see you in the next video.
Goodbye.
Bye.